Well, this fly-in is a unique opportunity for us to participate on Capitol Hill as a consortium of companies. The industry presence actually helps send the message much more clearly with real stories and real people behind it.
This year's a little bit different because we're coming in with a bill that's done, and it's a fairly long-term bill. It's 5 years, called the FAST Act. However, we also have to urge them that this is a short-term fix in terms of the Highway Trust Fund.
We don't want to put ourselves back in a position where we were 6-8 months ago, digging and scratching for every dollar we could get to make something happen.
What we're doing here for these 2 days it's exhausting, and it's worth it. It's worth to be in those men and women's offices and telling them what we need and why we need it.
We have 85 members here, 31 of which are first-time attendees, so more than a third of our members today are first-time attendees, representing 25 states, and we're going to be doing 120 meetings in 8 hours. You have to keep the pressure up, and it's a long-term game. You can't expect to come to DC once and fix everything.
This is very easy to do. These guys want to talk to you. They want to hear from their constituents. They want to hear from the businesses in their communities.
5th year in a row that I've been here. I think it's one of the best events that ATSSA does. The face-to-face with not only friends in the industry, but also our elected representatives and officials is exciting.
It's always nice to come in and meet with our representatives and our senators and to make sure that we put a face to the bills that they're looking at.
A lot of our issues with ATSSA that we brought to the table have been actually implemented into the system, and some of those have actually been in bills that have been sponsored by my representatives.
Last year at the show in New Orleans, whenever they put the map up on the screen and they were doing a review of last year's fly-in, Oklahoma was not shaded as being represented, and I definitely, as part of a business in Oklahoma, wanted to change that.
That there hasn't been many people from Kansas come, and just felt the need, and I thought, hey, no better time than now.
I'm the only delegate from Ohio coming, so I'm kind of flying solo. It's my first time, so I'm a little intimidated by it, but I think I'll do okay.
In Missouri alone last year, there was well over 700 people killed on our state highways. That's 2 a day. That's 2 people that don't go home to their families every day. And we need to make our roads safer.
And when we started this, there was just one other gentleman who was representing Missouri, and we felt that they needed to hear from Missouri. So we started coming, and now we look forward to it every year.
We have some of our members who are now the go-to transportation experts for their members of Congress. Some of our members employ 50, 75, 100 people. I mean, that's a significant chunk of really dedicated individuals in that district. The fact that that member of Congress can come out and tour that facility and truly understand what that company does day in and day out, that's a game changer.
We've shown a lot of appreciation for the FAST Act in the next 5 years, and kind of explaining to them what that does for our businesses and our industry in general.
As I've become more involved, I realize that if we don't have legislation to give funding to different businesses and entities to improve road safety, we will not get to 0 deaths. And 0 deaths is something obviously is very important for society and the societal costs as well as the personal impact for people.
People making decisions here on Capitol Hill need organizations like ATSSA to support the positions they're taking on things that are very important to all of us. And it goes way beyond spilling your coffee, hitting a pothole in the morning.
It's called the FAST Act, and it's going to go by fast. When it goes by, if we don't have a long-term solution for the funding mechanism, we're right back to square one, and we'll be dealing with short-term bills again. So I would urge everyone that's not here that it's just as important, if not more important, to be here the next few years